I took buy-in this year as when my administrator would walk into the room and kind of stop and just say, wow. You know, kind of take a look and say, wow, I mean, look at the student engagement that's going on. That said a lot to me, actually. She was very impressed by that. And when other visitors, principals who stopped in, their reaction was the same. So to me, that let me know they've bought in and they're really on board. And so what I'm doing, actually, they're okay with. I felt 100% support from them.
I think parent buy-in comes from a sense of trust. And they're not afraid to ask you questions if they're worried about something that's going on or they don't understand maybe how it's working. That, you know, they'll ask good questions and then they'll listen to what you have to say. They are supportive of their kids at home. They are encouraging their kids to use Khan Academy at home. They're paying attention to what's going on at school and how it's improving their student or not. You know, they're noticing. I think that's parent buy-in when you see that involvement with their kid and with what you're doing in the classroom.
Yeah, I think what I've seen parent buy-in has come when they email me and say, oh my goodness, I never knew my kid would do math for 2 hours at home without me hounding them. And that's when they get excited about it, and that's when they look over the shoulder. And then I get also students that say, oh, well, my mom helped me through this module. You know, my mom sat and talked to me. That's the buy-in. I mean, how many conversations do parents really sit down and have about education, right? What'd you do at school today? Nothing. You know, but they're sitting down and they're actually doing math with them. They're actually looking at this with them.
And the student buy-in comes from when kids are taking that home and talking about it at the dinner table. Yeah. You know, where they're having conversations with their parents about, oh, on Khan Academy I learned this, or I did this, or this is what we did in math today, or you know, I watched this great video on finance on Khan Academy, and did you know? And parents are like, wow, you know.
Why do you think it's sparking this conversation between kids and parents?
I think because it's different. I think kids are going home with something different to talk about. It's not just ordinary school in the way that they've known it, maybe, that it's a little different time in their day than they have the rest of the day, and they're excited about it, and it looks different, and it feels different. So it's not just the regular, this is, you know, we did chapter 7 in math today. It was a really exciting lesson, but, you know, there's just, it's a different conversation, a different...
And there's also tangible growth. I think the kids can actually see, you know, on their knowledge map, their STAR map, they can see where they've been and where they can go, and they have some choice in that matter, but they can see, wow, look at how far I've come this week or this month or whatever. And usually they're just, you know, the teacher's feeding them assignments, and that's exciting for the kids when they have some say, and they can visually see where they've been and where they're going, and they're more involved in their learning in that process. So they want to talk about it.
This year, with the year coming to an end, we've been doing a little bit of reflecting about some of the things that they've enjoyed as 5th graders. When you asked that question, I thought of that, and almost every single child in my class just wrote about A, having their own laptop to use, and B, Khan Academy. I mean, that says a lot. That's what they think of. So when you talk about student buy-in, I mean, and wondering why they bought in, well, I think that speaks volumes, actually. Got their own computer they can work on, and they've got Khan Academy to work on.
What about in your own passion, like when you think back to what's been the most exciting to you?